Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I want you to stop scrolling for just a moment, because what I'm about to reveal could completely change the way you see the women in your life. I need you to pay attention, really pay attention, because most men completely miss these signals, and it's costing them chances with the woman they secretly desire. If you stay until the end, you're going to see the truth behind the walls she hides behind, the small yet explosive signs that she's falling for you, even if she's pretending she isn't. But first, make sure you hit that subscribe button and smash that like. It tells me you're serious about understanding women on a level few men ever do. Now let me be brutally honest with you. Women don't always announce their feelings with flowers or confession texts. They never operate the way men think they do. Instead, their emotions leak through subtle, almost invisible cracks in their behavior. And if you're not trained to notice, you'll walk right past the signs, and she might walk away thinking you never saw her. Imagine how it would feel to have her heart inching closer to you every day, and you remain blind, completely unaware of what's happening right in front of you. Painful, isn't it? Here's the first thing you need to understand. When a woman starts falling for you, she tests the boundaries of your attention. She's watching how you respond to her presence, how you react to her jokes, the little comments she drops just to see if you notice. These are not coincidences. They are carefully placed markers, almost subconscious, to measure your interest and engagement. If you catch them, you're stepping into a rare zone of emotional intimacy that most men never even reach. And this is where everything changes. Notice the way she remembers the tiniest details: your favorite drink, the song you hummed once, or the story you didn't think she even cared about. To most men, it seems trivial, but in reality, these small acts are her heart speaking quietly, asking, "Do you see me? Do you care enough to remember?" And when a woman starts doing this, her mind is already making a space for you, even if she hasn't said the words out loud. I'm going to walk you through 5 hidden signs, but you need to understand the psychology first. Women are subtle by nature, and her feelings grow in private. If you miss her quiet signals, someone else will step in and take that space she's already preparing for you. That's why what I'm about to teach isn't just helpful, it's essential. Here's the first hidden sign you need to recognize immediately. Her attention is not casual, it's intentional. Most men think women talk to them or smile because it's polite. But when a woman starts falling for you, every glance, every laugh, every tiny interruption of her day is strategically placed around you. She's studying how you respond, and she's leaving mental breadcrumbs to see if you're noticing. If you can't see it, you'll mistake it for friendliness. But make no mistake, this is different. This is emotional investment, and it's happening before she even admits it to herself. You'll notice it in the small ways. She lingers in your conversations longer than necessary. She initiates topics that matter to you. She finds excuses to appear in your life just to see your reaction. These are not random actions. They are calculated and deeply unconscious attempts to gauge your interest. Women are experts at testing boundaries subtly, almost like scientists running experiments. And the scary truth? Most men fail the test without even knowing it. That's why awareness is everything. Here's what most men miss. When she shares a detail about her day, a frustration, or even a tiny victory, it's not just conversation, it's a litmus test. She's seeing if you care enough to remember, if you respond with empathy, if you engage in a way that proves you're emotionally present. The way you respond now will either deepen her interest or make her retreat silently, never telling you why she pulled back. Emotional timing matters more than words, and recognizing this hidden behavior is the first step to seeing her heart clearly. Another subtle aspect: she'll make herself available when you least expect it, even if it costs her time or comfort. Women subconsciously measure how much effort you're willing to put in, and when she's already bending schedules or changing routines for you, it's a sign she's mentally prioritizing you. And if you miss it, you're missing the moment when she's actively building an emotional bridge toward you. You must also pay attention to her energy around you. Does she seem lighter, more playful, or slightly nervous when you're near? That's not anxiety, it's attraction. Her subconscious is opening doors she hasn't dared to walk through consciously. This nervous excitement is a signal that she's already creating emotional space for you, and it's up to you to step inside or let it collapse. Understanding this sign isn't just useful, it's essential for survival in the dating world. Men who see it first, act on it, and respond correctly are the ones who find themselves at the center of a woman's growing affection. Men who miss it, they wonder later why she drifted away, leaving them confused and frustrated. Recognizing intentional attention is your first secret weapon. The second hidden sign is even trickier, because it doesn't hit you in the face, it creeps in quietly through her emotions. When a woman is falling for you, she mirrors your mood without even realizing it. If you're excited, she feels a spark of excitement. If you're frustrated or angry, her energy subtly shifts to match yours. Most men dismiss this as coincidence, but it's one of the strongest indicators that she's emotionally entwined with you. Her subconscious is aligning with yours, creating a silent bond that no words can explain. Pay attention to how she reacts to your successes. Does she light up when you share something good that happened in your life, as if it happened to her too? That's not just politeness, that's emotional investment. She's celebrating you internally, even if she doesn't say it outright. Women don't do this lightly. She's letting herself feel your victories, because your happiness matters to her. The danger for men is assuming that every smile, or "I'm happy for you," is casual. When it's consistent, this is love, or at least the very beginning of it, manifesting in secret. Another way this shows up is her empathy for your struggles. If you've ever vented to her about a bad day, a mistake, or something that worries you, notice how she responds. Is she leaning in, asking questions, wanting to understand, or is she brushing it off? A woman who's falling for you is emotionally tuned to your inner world. She feels your tension and seeks to soothe it, even subtly. If you miss this, you might never realize how much she's already invested emotionally. Then there's the playful side. Have you noticed how she teases you in ways that make your heart race or your mind spin? That's not just fun, it's chemistry testing. She's flirting on a subconscious level, gauging your reaction, seeing if you're responsive, seeing if you're paying attention to the nuances of her behavior. And when she does it, it's because she's already imagining a connection with you, sometimes before she admits it to herself. This hidden mirroring is often accompanied by small, seemingly insignificant actions. Maybe she laughs at your jokes even when they're not funny, or maybe she adopts certain phrases you use. These are emotional signals. She's integrating herself into your world, bit by bit, leaving traces of interest everywhere you look. And if you recognize it, you have the key to unlocking a deeper connection before anyone else even realizes she's interested. Understanding this hidden mirroring is crucial. Men who notice it are seeing her heart before she ever says a word. Those who don't, they remain blind, wondering why she seems different around them, but never realizing how close she's coming to falling. The third hidden sign is one most men misunderstand completely, and because of that, they either ignore it or misread it as disinterest. When a woman is secretly falling for you, she becomes unusually aware of how you see her, not in an obvious, attention-seeking way, but in a quiet, self-conscious shift that only shows itself if you're paying close attention. Suddenly, your opinion matters more than she wants to admit, and that changes her behavior around you. You might notice she asks questions that seem casual, but aren't. She'll say things like, "What do you think about this?" Or "Do you believe people like me can really change?" These aren't random thoughts. They're emotional probes. She's testing how you perceive her values, her character, her depth. When a woman starts caring about how you judge her inner world, it means you've moved beyond being just another man in her environment. You've become a reference point in her mind. Another powerful indicator is how she reacts to your approval or disapproval. If you compliment her, even subtly, she carries it with her longer than she should. It shows up later in her confidence, in the way she repeats what you said, or in how she brings it up again. On the other hand, if you criticize her, even lightly, you may notice she becomes quiet or reflective. That's because your words now have emotional weight. You're no longer neutral to her heart. There's also a deeper layer here that most men never see. She may start revealing imperfections she usually hides. Small insecurities, past mistakes, doubts she doesn't share openly. This isn't weakness, it's trust. A woman falling for you is slowly removing her armor, piece by piece, to see if you'll handle her vulnerability with care. If you dismiss it, joke about it, or overlook it, she'll quietly put that armor back on and never tell you why. Pay attention to how she adjusts herself around you. Her posture changes, her tone softens. Sometimes she becomes more composed, sometimes more nervous. These shifts are signs of emotional awareness. She's emotionally present with you, aware that this connection feels different, heavier, more meaningful. This sign is dangerous to miss because it's silent. There's no announcement, no dramatic confession, just a woman slowly letting your opinion matter more than anyone else's. When you recognize this, you're seeing her emotional attachment forming in real time. And when you don't, she eventually concludes that you don't see her at all. The fourth hidden sign reveals itself through something most men overlook entirely: her protective instincts toward the connection. When a woman is secretly falling for you, she begins guarding the bond you share, even before it has a name. This doesn't look like jealousy in the dramatic sense. It's quieter, more controlled, and far more revealing. She pays attention to who you talk about, who you spend time with, and how you describe other women, not to interrogate you, but to understand where she stands emotionally. You may notice her reactions shift when other women come up in conversation. She might go silent for a moment, change the subject, or make a subtle comment that sounds neutral but carries emotional weight. This isn't insecurity, it's attachment forming. Her mind is unconsciously evaluating whether there's room for her in your life, whether she's competing with someone else, and whether investing further in you is emotionally safe. Men who miss this often mistake it for moodiness, never realizing she's already emotionally involved. Another powerful indicator is how she defends you when you're not around. If she corrects someone who misunderstands you, justifies your actions, or speaks about you with quiet respect, that's not accidental. She's protecting your image because in her mind, your reputation is now connected to her emotional world. Women don't do this for men they feel nothing for. This behavior comes from a deep, instinctive place, tied to bonding and loyalty. You'll also see this sign when she becomes more careful with her words around you. She may hesitate before speaking, rephrase her thoughts, or soften her tone. That's not fear, it's consideration. She doesn't want to damage the emotional bridge forming between you. When a woman starts choosing her words carefully with you, it means your presence carries emotional significance. There's a subtle tension that appears here too. She might pull back slightly at times, not because she's losing interest, but because she feels herself getting closer than she planned. This push and pull confuses many men, but psychologically, it's a defense mechanism. She's protecting herself while still being drawn to you. If you respond with patience and emotional steadiness, the bond strengthens. If you react with pressure or insecurity, she retreats permanently. This sign matters because it shows she's already invested in protecting something fragile and growing between you. She hasn't said it out loud, but her actions reveal it clearly. When a woman starts guarding the connection, she's already emotionally attached. And once that attachment forms, the outcome depends entirely on whether you recognize it or unknowingly destroy it. The fifth hidden sign is the most revealing of all, because it exposes what she's doing when you're not even there. When a woman is secretly falling for you, you begin to exist in her private mental world. She references you in conversations you're not part of. She connects unrelated experiences back to you, and she subconsciously frames moments of her life through the lens of how you would see them. This is no longer surface-level attraction. This is emotional integration. You'll notice it when she says things like, "This reminded me of you," or "You'd probably laugh at this." To most men, these sound like throwaway comments. Psychologically, they're massive. It means you've become a stable presence in her mind. Her brain is already pairing experiences with your identity, weaving you into her daily narrative. That's how attachment forms, long before romance becomes official. Another way this appears is through emotional updates. She tells you things she doesn't need to tell you. Small frustrations, minor wins, random thoughts. Not because the information is important, but because you are. She wants you to know what's happening in her inner world. This is one of the clearest signs she's emotionally leaning toward you, trusting you with pieces of her life that she guards from most people. You may also sense that she seeks your reassurance in subtle ways. Not dramatic validation, but quiet alignment. She wants to know if you understand her choices, if you see her intentions clearly. When a woman values your emotional approval, it means your opinion has moved into a privileged position in her psyche. That doesn't happen by accident. Here's where most men fail. They respond passively. They listen but don't engage. They acknowledge but don't anchor. When that happens, she slowly withdraws, not because she stopped caring, but because she feels alone in the connection. Emotional attachment needs reflection to survive. When you meet her openness with presence, curiosity, and emotional steadiness, something powerful happens. She feels safe letting herself fall further. This sign is critical because it tells you the window is open, but not forever. When a woman starts mentally placing you inside her future moments, she's standing on the edge of deeper attachment. What happens next depends on you. You either recognize the significance and step forward with intention, or you stay unaware and watch the connection fade without ever understanding why. This is the moment where men either become unforgettable or remain a lesson she never talks about. Now comes the sign that separates emotional curiosity from real emotional risk. When a woman is secretly falling for you, she begins to challenge you, not to push you away, but to see if you are emotionally solid enough to stand. This is where many men get confused and ruin everything. They think disagreement means disinterest. In reality, it often means the opposite. She's testing your emotional backbone. Because her feelings are getting heavier, you may notice she questions your opinions more deeply, disagrees with you on purpose, or pushes back in conversations where she used to stay neutral. This isn't conflict for conflict's sake. Psychologically, she's asking herself a critical question. If I attach myself to him emotionally, can he handle friction without collapsing? A woman does not test a man she doesn't care about. She simply disengages. Testing only happens when the stakes feel real. Pay close attention to how she reacts after these moments. Does she watch your response carefully? Does she soften once you remain calm and grounded? That's because she's measuring emotional safety. When you respond with confidence, clarity, and respect, without aggression or neediness, her attraction deepens. She feels relief. Relief that you can hold emotional weight without breaking. Another subtle expression of this sign is when she challenges your consistency. She notices if your words match your actions. She remembers things you promised casually and sees whether you follow through. This isn't manipulation, it's subconscious protection. Her emotions are growing, and she's trying to ensure she won't be disappointed later. Men who dismiss this as pressure fail to understand that it's actually trust forming in real time. You might also notice moments where she goes quiet after challenging you. That silence isn't punishment, it's observation. She's watching how you regulate yourself without reassurance. If you chase, explain excessively, or seek validation, she registers emotional instability. If you remain centered, present, and unaffected, she feels safer moving closer. This stage is dangerous because it's where attraction either hardens into attachment or dissolves completely. Many men lose women here and never understand why. They think she changed or lost interest, when in reality, she was deciding whether falling for him was emotionally safe. When a woman tests you at this level, it means her feelings are no longer casual. She's standing at the edge of emotional commitment, watching carefully to see if you're strong enough to step forward with her or if she needs to step back alone. Finally, the fifth and most powerful hidden sign, the one that confirms everything you've seen so far. She makes you a priority without being asked. This isn't about grand gestures or dramatic confessions. It's in the subtle ways she shifts her life to include you. Even before she admits her feelings aloud, she thinks about you when you're not around, rearranges plans without announcing it, and invests energy in your connection without fanfare. This is the ultimate signal that her emotions are deepening. Notice how she adjusts her time. If she cancels other plans, reschedules commitments, or simply finds excuses to be near you, it's not convenience, it's emotional choice. Women instinctively protect their energy, so when she consciously places it in your orbit, it shows that she's creating space in her life for you, even before you've claimed it. Men often miss this because they mistake it for friendliness or habit. But it's a mental and emotional investment, and it's rare. Pay attention to how she remembers your preferences, moods, and even minor details. The way she anticipates your reactions, offers support before you ask, or remembers stories from months ago isn't coincidence, it's emotional tracking. She's building a mental map of you, preparing herself for intimacy she may not yet articulate. This is far more revealing than anything she says because it shows her mind is already aligned with yours. You may also notice how she defends your connection quietly. She'll correct misunderstandings, subtly support you in social settings, and maintain a respectful image of you to others. This protective instinct isn't obligation, it's attachment. She's investing emotionally, in a future where you're part of her life, even if she hasn't said the words "I like you" or "I love you" yet. The final clue appears in her vulnerability. She starts sharing thoughts she usually keeps private, exposing insecurities, hopes, and fears. This is not casual. She's opening herself up because she trusts you, because she already feels a bond, and every man who misses this moment wonders later why she changed her mind or drifted away. The truth is, she already placed her heart in your hands. Whether it flourishes or fades depends entirely on how you respond. Recognizing these hidden signs gives you a rare window into her heart before she ever admits it. These signals are quiet, subtle, and often invisible to men who aren't paying close attention. But when you see them, you're not just noticing attraction, you're seeing the blueprint of attachment forming. And the moment you act consciously, thoughtfully, and consistently, you step into a space most men never reach. The point where she chooses you, not just casually, but emotionally and deeply.